Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria that was held on February 25, 2023, and the result announced on March 1st, 2023. And that result is being disputed in the courts by Peter Obi, especially, and the PDP. Peter Obi is the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the last presidential election. He is challenging the result in which INEC declared Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the candidate of the AP All Progressive Congress, as the winner of the election. And by that declaration, Tinubu is now the president of the country until the Supreme Court rules otherwise. Now, but the good news is that Peter Obi is going to talk to Nigerians on Saturday, this coming Saturday, July 29, 2023. Peter Obi will talk to Nigerians. So this video is to remind you to be part of this interaction, to speak with the man who has changed the trajectory of Nigerian politics, the man who has shown that we still have people of impeccable character, men of integrity who are ready to serve at a time when corruption has eaten so deep in the fabric of Nigerian politics, that we still have men of his caliber, men of integrity, men who are not ready to soil their hands, their names in primitive accumulation of wealth. That is why Nigerians are rooting for him. That's why in the election, but for the alleged rigging, many Nigerians believe strongly that he won the 2023 presidential election, but for alleged rigging. He would have been the one sitting pretty at the presidential villa, and Nigeria would have been in a position to really say, Nigerians would have been in a position to really say, yes, change has come to Nigeria. But it's not over until it is over, because the matter is in court, and it is now at the presidential election petition tribunal. And from there, is eventually going to end up in the Supreme Court. Let us see what they will do, whether the court can be able to redeem itself, the judiciary can redeem itself, and whether the expectations of Nigerians that made so many people to go out to register. Nigerians have never registered for to vote in a presidential election the way they moved out to vote in 2023. Unprecedented. And the only man that was instrumental to this avalanche of young Nigerians, first-time voters, to register to vote was Peter Obi, because of the promise he held before the election, and also because of the promise that INEC made to Nigerians that it will conduct free, fair, and credible election, and that technology will be at the epicenter of the conduct of the election. But INEC disappointed Nigerians, and now is claiming that the technology it was boasting about, that is no longer compulsory, that is now at his discretion to decide whether to use technology in collection of results or not. But that's not what this is all about. This is all about Peter Obi. He's positioning himself. He wants to talk to Nigerians. And this information came through his verified Twitter handle, where Peter Obi wrote to Nigerians. This is what he wrote in his Twitter handle. He said, "Dear Nigerians, as promised, I will be on a Twitter space with @Parallel Facts, hosted by @Emir Saddam on Saturday, July 29th. Looking forward to a useful interaction with you all. P.O." That's Peter Obi. He signed off. And this event is going to be co-hosted by David Hundiyin, the highly reputed and highly recognized and internationally acclaimed investigative journalist who is living in exile because of safety of his life. He will co-host this very important interaction. And I will advise anybody who cares about the future of Nigeria to pay attention to what Peter Obi has to say on Saturday. And the time for this program is 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Nigerian time. So anywhere you are in the world, the good thing about the Twitter space is that all of us can see it in real time, okay, from all over the world, okay? So the Twitter space is going to be on Twitter space and is on real time all over the world. From all sections of the world, you can be part of it. If you are an obedient, if you are a person who wants a new Nigeria, if you are a person who is sick and tired of corruption-ridden nation, and you want a clean society, a country run by men of integrity, men of honor, men without any trace of corruption, men that you can present to the world and you'll be sure that you have a leader that you are proud of. I think you have to be part of this beyond this Twitter space on Saturday, uh, July 29th. So that you can interact with Peter Obi and ask him questions. And it will also be interesting to see the kind of question that David Hundiyin will ask him. Because don't forget, David Hundiyin was one of the people that he did a documentary on Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which you can go and check it out. That David Hundiyin, he had done a lot of things on Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from drug lord to presidential candidate. It's something like that. You can check it out on YouTube, anywhere where you can have a link and look at what he did on Tinubu, or what the expose he did. It's a must watch. He's a man that is not afraid of speaking truth to power. Of course, it has caused him to leave his country, a country he loves so much. Now he's almost living like a fugitive, but that is the price you pay when you want to have a country that works. And there are a few people who are ready to stick out their neck to 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 see that Nigeria becomes a better place, like David Hundiyin. I think he's being part of the host will make an interesting interaction and all that. And I think it's an opportunity for Nigerians to talk to Peter Obi, to listen to him. What has he to say? For example, Nigerians would like to know whether Peter Obi still have confidence in the judiciary. I know that he has confidence. I remember the other day, he made a statement that people should stop harassing the judiciary, that judiciary should be given the freedom to do their work. I think that's a nice one from him. He has always been a believer in the rule of law. He has always been a believer in Nigerian judiciary. I have never seen a more optimistic individual in Nigerian, an optimistic believer in Nigerian judiciary like Peter Obi, despite all the reservation even he himself have, and other Nigerians have about the judiciary of Nigeria. He still have confidence that the judiciary can do well, that they have the capacity to do well, and he has used himself as an example to show what could be achieved using the judiciary in Nigeria. As you all know, if you know the history of Peter Obi, you know that when he won the Anambra governorship election in 2003 with a little-known political party, the All Progressive Grand Alliance, that was formed barely 3 months to the election, he was able to win the governorship election of Anambra State. And he was a fighter. When he discovered that he won the election and it was rigged, he went to court to challenge the outcome. At that time, this pursuing this kind of regaining your mandate takes a long time. It took him 3 years before he was able to get back his mandate. Because after election that was held in 2003, it was until 2006 that he was pronounced the governor of Anambra State, duly elected governor of Anambra State. And it didn't stop there. They made a lot of things difficult for him. He was impeached for saving money without authorization, and the court brought him back too. He was when he was barely 1 year in office, the Independent National Electoral Commission rushed and conducted a fresh election in Anambra State. He gave way. He gave way and went to court to go and challenge the election, insisting that his tenure had not ended, that he had just stayed barely a year in office, because the other 3 years was occupied by Chris Ngige and the then governor of the PDP. Okay, and Peter Obi was also able to use the instrumentality of the court, and it was because of Peter Obi, his victory in that case, that is the reason why you have staggered election in Nigeria today, because the court ruled that your tenure start counting from the day you were sworn in. That was what saved the day for Peter Obi, and it has saved the day for so many other disenfranchised and rigged out politicians in Nigeria. It was after Peter Obi using the judiciary to achieve this milestone that people like Oshomole begin to get their mandate back. People like former governor of Ekiti State, Fayemi, Arebweshola, or in Osun State, and so many other. Today is because of Peter Obi that you now have staggered elections. Before now, all governorship elections takes place the same day, but now Peter Obi's victory at the courts inspired others to retrieve their mandates. That is the landmark position he holds when it comes to the judiciary. So that's why his confidence in Nigerian judiciary is infectious, and not many Nigerians share his confidence in it. Okay, but in light of all that is playing out with accusations and counter accusations of telephone conversations between alleged telephone conversation between the CJN and the president, and so many other things that are playing out. All these have created the impression that many Nigerians have doubts about the ability of the judiciary to deliver justice. But Peter Obi is an infectious optimist in Nigerian judiciary, a strong believer in the capacity of the Nigerian judiciary to do well. So you can use Saturday, you can use that opportunity to ask him about his confidence in it. I will be there. I will be listening. I would like to ask him questions too, to find out what is his position on the pending verdicts that the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal is going to give soon. Okay, and it will be interesting for us to listen to him. And I encourage every Nigerian who is interested in new Nigeria, who wanted a new country, a country that will build on equality, a country in which no part of this country will feel inferior to the other, a country in which a son of nobody, a daughter of nobody can become somebody. That is the Nigeria we want. And anybody who wants that kind of Nigeria should be able to listen to Peter Obi, what he had to say, and also have the opportunity to talk to him, to hear his position. Especially, it will be interesting to hear his views on fuel subsidy. I know Peter Obi said he will remove fuel subsidy. That is what they are now using against Nigerians. When you tell the present government that they mismanaged the removal of the subsidy, they say, but Peter Obi said he will do the same thing. But Peter Obi had already given an idea of how he would do it. There were places where he said it, that if he had been in a position to do it, he would not be able to pull off the tooth without giving an anesthetic. Okay, so that's the kind of president he will make. He's not the kind of president that will pull the teeth off and then begin to ask about how to apply remedy. He's not going to do that. That's the difference between what he would have done and what had been done right now. And these are things that people can get more information from him, because right now, the way they mismanage this removal of fuel subsidy, they are the only thing they are using to cover up for it is to sell the idea that Peter Obi also said he will remove it. So why are you complaining? Why should you complain? And of course, I've heard people say that the reason why Nigerians are not even protesting much about this is because they also are aware that Peter Obi said that he will remove fuel subsidy. But Peter Obi's idea of removal of fuel subsidy is at variance from what we have right now. So they are incomparable. They are not the same at all. Okay, because Peter Obi himself is a thoughtful leader. He wouldn't have just announced it that he will remove it without having done his own work. That's a fact. I can tell you that for free, going by his antecedent as a leader. So yeah, I expect that many Nigerians would like to listen to him, and I will encourage you to be part of those who will listen, who will pay attention to hear what he has to say. Because, to be frank, Nigerians would like to listen to Peter Obi, because every time he speaks, wisdom, knowledge pours out from his fountain of knowledge. And he has been blessing Nigerians with his knowledge of leadership. I think I will encourage you to be part of it, and it will also offer you the opportunity to listen, to gain insight, and to also ask questions on what you think about what is going on, and about the judiciary, the coming verdicts in the election, and all that. Whatever that is your challenge, whatever you are worried about about the state of the nation, you can ask Peter Obi, and all of us will be there. See you there. It's going to be a Twitter space. All of us will be there. I'll see you there. Thank you very much. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to. Please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours. So don't forget to be there on July 29th, Saturday, July 29th. Be there, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Twitter space. Peter Obi will be there. He will talk to Nigerians. Let us listen to what he has to say. God bless you.